Time for number 16 on my Best Picture Marathon. Best Picture Marathon theme song. In 1939, Warner Brothers produced a film called Confessions of a Nazi Spy. It was extremely controversial. The Production Code Administration tried to prevent its release, there were reports of sabotage on set, and of course it was banned in Germany. That pretty well convinced Hollywood not to make anti-Nazi movies. Then Pearl Harbor happened, followed by the success of MGM's Mrs. Miniver, and Hollywood changed its mind. In 1942, there was an Allied invasion of Northern Africa. In order to capitalize on that, Warner Brothers rushed Casablanca into production. Casablanca is the story of Rick Blaine, an American expatriate who runs a saloon in Casablanca in French Morocco, which is unoccupied by the Nazis, but their presence is still felt there. Rick doesn't want to make any waves with the local government until his ex-lover Ilsa shows up unexpectedly on the arm of Victor Laszlo, a Czechoslovakian who has been writing propaganda against the Nazis and has been in and out of concentration camps. The cast features three of my all-time favorite actors. Humphrey Bogart plays Rick, plus there's Claude Rains and Peter Lorre. We also have Ingrid Bergman playing Ilsa and Paul Heinried as Victor Laszlo. There's a who's who of great supporting actors. Julie Wilson, Cindy Greenstreet, Conrad Veidt, and so many others. By the way, Conrad Veidt was an old German silent film actor whose appearance in the movie The Man Who Laughs actually inspired the Joker. Rick's Cafe is kind of a microcosm for what was happening in Europe at the time. All these refugees were fleeing Europe to escape the Nazis. They congregate in French Morocco and Rick's Cafe as they try to find a way to escape to freedom in America. The film uses Rick essentially as an analogy for American isolationism before the war. Rick sticks his neck out for no one. But over the course of the movie, as he deals with the situation with Ilsa and with the Nazis, his cynicism gives way to his old ideals that he had previously given up after having his heart broken by Ilsa in Paris. I love Casablanca. It is one of my all-time favorite movies. Wonderful songs throughout the movie, great cinematography. The script by Julius and Philip Epstein and Howard Koch is, I think, one of the most perfect screenplays ever written. The way they balance wit, romance, suspense, music, and so many other things is just fantastic. The structure is perfect. There are amazing character arcs, great dialogue. It's so good. So many great scenes in this. Ugarte's arrest, the roulette sequence, the dueling national anthems, which often brings a tear to my eye, and of course the iconic finale. The film was directed by Michael Curtiz, a Hungarian expatriate who had come to America. Curtiz directed well over 100 films throughout his career, and he mastered many, many different genres. But strangely, he never became a household name. At the time of its production, Warner Brothers saw Casablanca as kind of a minor film. Everyone was really surprised when it ended up becoming a huge success and Best Picture winner for 1943. Historically, Casablanca represents the best of what's possible under the strict studio system of the 1930s and 40s. And Casablanca remains resonant and relevant to this day. We can't just hide our heads in the sand when tyranny rises up. You have to pick a side and you have to take a stand against evil. There are so many wonderful scenes and iconic lines of dialogue in this movie, but ultimately that's what the film is getting at. You can't just hide away from everything when you're hurt. Hiding away from everything solves nothing. Next up, a much lighter film, Going My Way. Until then, here's looking at you, kid.